Oh, boy.
Oh boy, what?
You're fine.
I know you gonna dig this.
I never did introduce myself. Del Griffith, American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division. And you are?
Neal Page.
Neal Page. Pleased to meet you, Neal Page.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? So, this video is going to be epic. And when I say epic, I don't mean like epic like, well, I hope it's awesome. I hope it's epic in that sense. But I mean epic in terms for me because it's 4 weeks, 3 states, multiple locations. This movie was filmed everywhere. This movie's got everything. This is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Probably, maybe, I think, my favorite movie of all time. And it starts here in East Midtown in New York City. This, right where I'm standing, this is when Neal Page, played by Steve Martin, is trying to get home to Chicago for Thanksgiving. You'll never make the 6. Stands right here trying to get a cab down this street and looks across the street. And who's standing there? Kevin Bacon. Because he was sorry, and well, he already started, she's having a baby. She's doing it as a favor to John Hughes. So Kevin Bacon's technically playing the same character he played, and she's having a baby. I think that was always supposed to be. But of course, in the movie, Neal Page, Steve Martin's wife, is watching she's having a baby at one time. I'd go barefoot. Yeah, that scene. So, anyways, I'm really excited. I've lined up all the shots for this part. This is the New York scene. It's him trying to get out of New York City when he first encounters Del Griffith, played by the beloved, my favorite, John Candy. Right here. I'm going to take you through this scene, and then we're going to go. Where do we go next? It could be New York, could be Ohio, could be Illinois. We'll find out. But it was right here where it started. So that was a Roy Rogers, I think, but those windows still match up behind Steve Martin in the background. Same with that building right there. The thing about New York is older buildings stay. Like in LA, everything comes down, new things go up. Older buildings in New York never change. New ones come up. If they could put a building right there on the cover of that pothole, they would. New buildings are going up all the time, but the architecture and the buildings always stay the same, which is amazing. Kevin Bacon was right there. Right on this side. And he's watching Neal that way. So they both spot a cab down here. Finally, there's a free cab. And they take off running. Now this is the route that Kevin Bacon ran. He runs right down here. And you can see right up here, the Hotel Elise, right there. He runs right under that awning. Now Neal Page, Steve Martin, runs right past here, 535 Madison. Because that's Madison Avenue, that's Park Avenue. Neal runs right along here, and one of the best scenes ever, when he does that little dance with the guy going the opposite way, happened right there. How amazing is that? Right there. How amazing is that? I don't even know what kind of car that was. I don't know cars. But right there. That's where he was running. He's running down that way. So, and I picked a good day to do this because nobody's out. This is a weekday, but it's a holiday. So Kevin Bacon's running right down this street right here. This video might be long. I'm gonna try to keep it, snappy. And of course, oh geez, Bill's is seen. I'm going to show you how that is seen as I do a little hop, skip, and a jump across the street. Maybe I'll do it a little bit like Steve Martin does. Right here, get some shots of Steve Martin. The funniest run in history, you see Bill's in the background. Right there, Bill's, New York City. He's running this way. That's right, where he's pointing, that's it. And he runs right down this street. But of course, he's just about to get the cab, just like I am right here. He's just about to get the cab right here. And he trips over Del Griffith's big old trunk right here.
Of Del Griffith.
And then he looks up, and that's where Kevin Bacon was, right there. Kevin Bacon gets the cab. The cab, perfect timing, thank you. Perfect timing. And you get a shot of Neal this way, and those are the same windows in the background. Let's go across the street. So Kevin Bacon's here, the cab goes, boom, bye-bye. He lost the cab. He sees that. He sees the big old trunk belongs to Del Griffith. He's pissed. So then he walks over to Park Avenue, right here. It was at this corner. See, I'm talking too much about the movie. I gotta speed up a little bit. This is all in the background when he meets that lawyer, and he pays $75 to get the lawyer's cab. Close, I'm a lawyer. Well, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. This will make it better, something like that. See shots this way and that way. But of course, Del Griffith, with that trunk, gets the cab. And it goes off just like that cab. What? So Neal starts running all the way up Park Avenue. I'm going to show you exactly where he opened the cab door, and we see John Candy for the first time as Del Griffith. I knew you. So here we go. It's right here, right in front of this bank. Chase Manhattan. The other scene was in front of a bank too. A lot of banks in this area. Gee, I wonder why. Look, another bank. Citibank. So many banks. But it was right here in front of these arches, at these lights, at 52nd Street, where he sees Del Griffith for the first time.
Del Griffith.
Ever. And you know what? Filming locations take a long time to do, a long time to edit, and I bitch and I moan about it. But I'm not bitching and moaning about this, because this is one of my favorite movies, and I've always wanted to do these locations, and it's going to take so long, but I'm looking so forward to it right here. Right here is where you see Del Griffith for the first time. Cab door opens. And Neal is left stranded right around here, because all the arches in the background. And you do see, I believe, it was probably, because it was right about, I did this shot yesterday, because you see that in the background too, boom and boom. So it's right about here, so close to the lights. So it's probably more around here where you see Del for the first time.
Of Del Griffith.
Because of that, that's how I lined it up. I mean, if they're shutting down 53rd and Park to film a movie, they're getting it done fast. So they're not going to do too many different setups. Just going to switch the camera around, shoot it. And then Del goes off in a cab.
Del Griffith.
Up that way, through the Helmsley building, right there. See, there's a tunnel that goes through a building. That's perverse, but it's real. Really lucked out by doing this on a holiday, because normally these streets would be packed on a weekday. Absolutely packed. Tourists are over in Times Square, Central Park. I'm touring Park Avenue. Give me Park Avenue. All right, so now, somewhere else in planes, trains, and automobiles. This was the automobile. Well, this is one of the automobiles. There's more automobiles coming up. This was the cab. This is how it all begins. That's an epic journey that they're trying to make. Don't look at me. All right, let's do this. Planes, trains, and automobiles. I knew ya. All right, welcome to the very small town of Madison, Ohio. Stop it, truck, shut it down. This is seen very briefly in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. When they're stranded in Wichita, they have to take a taxi to a hotel, motel, and it's Doobie's Taxiola. And he takes them for a bit of a drive, because, you know, when you drive on the interstate, all you see is interstate. Come on, Doobie. You drive right past that building, and right past those buildings. It's very, very brief, but you see it. So they're supposed to be in Wichita. It's actually filmed in Ohio. And they weren't getting the snow where they wanted, so they filmed a lot of the snowy scenes here, up in Ohio, New York, because there was more snow at that time of year. Okay, so, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to go to St. Louis. It's where the airport scenes were filmed, and the highway, the runway, and all that. Because you can't really film in an airport, especially during COVID times. And the bus station, stop it, motorcycle.
COVID-19!
Born to be wild, yeah. You can't film at an airport, really. It's almost impossible. I have before for a few things, but bit of a dry mouth. It's very early. Anyway, but yeah. So from here, they go to a little motel. And that's got the greatest scene ever. Those aren't pillows. We're going there now. And the airport scene does have my favorite scene with Edie McClurg.
Welcome to Marathon. May I help you?
Yes.
So I would have liked to have seen that, but it's impossible. Nothing's going to match up at an airport after 30, 40 years anyways. Every airport changes. And I know that scene by heart, and I really want to go there, but I can't. I just can't. But I can bring it to you right now, courtesy of this small thing. Welcome to Marathon. May I help you? Yes. How may I help you? You can start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks. And you can give me a fucking automobile. A fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Mustang, a fucking Buick. 4 fucking wheels and a seat. I really don't care for the way you're speaking to me. And I really don't care for the way your company left me in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking keys to a fucking car that isn't fucking there. And I really didn't care to fucking walk down a fucking highway and across a fucking runway to get back here to have you smile in my fucking face. I want a fucking car right fucking now. May I see your rental agreement? I threw it away. Oh boy. Oh boy, what?
You're fucked.
I should have put a disclaimer that I'm going to swear a lot at that part. Oh well.
Fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks.
Alright, now let's go to the Braidwood Motel. Dell gave Gus a deal on some shower curtain rings, so he got a room there. And he got Neal a room too. Well, he thinks he got him a room. They're sharing it. I hate trucks. Alright, I made it. Guess where I am? The Braidwood. Right there behind me. When they land in Wichita, this is where they have to come to. Gus greets them inside there. Dell gets them a room. Room 114. That's where they filmed it. They filmed those scenes right there. It's right there. If you want to go inside, now room 114 is occupied right now. So I'm going to show you the door and show you another room of what it looks like inside. And I'm going to come outside and show you more. That was their room. Oh, they look very similar, huh? Yeah, it looks very much like the movie. There we go. Very cool. That's a famous room. It's a different setup now inside here, I guess, eh? It looks different. They changed it around. How cool was that? How cool was that? Now behind me in the film, this is where Gus's son, Owen, the shower curtain fella, he would have got, well actually, I was going to do it. Let's see. I can't see this, it's too bright. Owen. Something like that. The shower curtain fella. Owen would have been standing right here behind, right here. He pulls up in the pickup. And Dell And Neal is sitting right there, and the same bricks are on the wall. See the same bricks that are above Steve Martin, but beside John Candy. Very, very cool. There would have been a sign right there, but it looks the same otherwise. So they would have been sitting right to the left of the door if you're coming out. So our right, camera right, and there would have been a sign that said Braidwood Inn. Aldina's Braidwood Inn. And you can still make out the same rock formation. This was above Steve Martin, right here. And then Del, of course, right here. There's that one right there. It's still very vibrant. John Candy, my favorite, is right there. Steve Martin, my top 5, top 10. He's up there, sitting right there. Every once in a while, I get to a filming location that I've always wanted to go to, and I don't want to leave. And this is one of them. Those aren't pillows, right there. I'll show you that from the other side. Classic, classic. Where's your other hand? Between 2 pillows. Those aren't pillows. That window right there. See the brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, window. That room right there. That's it. That's where that scene was shot. Right in there.
Those aren't pillows.
Thanks to the owners for letting me look around inside. That was really nice. All right, time to go somewhere else, far, but worth it. Excuse me. Oh, did you know that when Owen shakes Steve Martin's hand and he spits on it first, John Hughes went up to Dylan Baker and said to him, "Spit on your hand in this take," because he wasn't getting the reaction, or he wasn't getting what he wanted. So he told Dylan Baker to spit on his hand when he shakes Steve Martin's hand, and that's Steve Martin's real reaction to that. And he ran off and washed his hands right away. Yeah, that was a genuine reaction. Genuine reaction. Those aren't pillows. No, they weren't. No, I like me. My wife likes me. All of that was shot right here. Probably the best scene in the film. Well, nah, it's up there. All right, time to go somewhere else. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Owen drives right along here when he's dropping Neal and Del off at the train station, which is right behind me. Comes right along here. Oh boy. Right where this big white Ford pickup's about to pass. Hold on a second. I don't want to back up into it. Drives right along here and then parks right over here. Parks right about here. Because those you see in the background. Now I'm going to have to go a little closer because trees have grown in the past 30 odd years, which is very annoying. Let's walk this together. But you do see all these buildings in the background. This is South Dayton, Ohio. See that building there with those 2 poles? Very recognizable still, if you know the movie really well, which you should. I hope you do. So that's in the background because right here is the train station. Look at this. I believe it was red in the movie, right? It was red. But other than that, I don't think much has changed. I gotta stop my keys from jingling. They're jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Right here. I was gonna walk onto it and see what I can see. But this is where Neal and Del got on the train. Oh yes. Right here. Now I was told that it does look different, and it looks different. Looks a little different. Same windows. Those windows are behind Neal. So they got shots this way, and they got shots that away. But this is definitely the same window that Neal is standing in front of because the tile is the same on the side. It's just a different color. Same window. Those tiles add up. And it used to be a simple little, what do you call it? Stoop. I don't know. And now they've made it into more of a ramp. You would get off the ramp. I don't have to explain. I was about to explain how you get off the ramp and get onto the train. I don't need to do that. You would come down. You would walk, then down that step, and then get into the train. And then the train, the choo-choo goes. Fascinating. What's happening here? This looks like an abandoned place. Huh. This is how it ends. Texas Chainsaw, right there. Crazy. Here we go. All right, let's go to where the train breaks down. God, I would love to see that train in real life. That'd be something cool. To see the exact train that they were on. I wonder where that is. It's probably long gone. All right, now this is the only spot that I'm kind of guesstimating. I know it was along this road. This is where the train breaks down. There's train tracks right back there past, you can see them right there. Right where my finger is. You see them. Anyway, those are train tracks going right across there. So the train was on those tracks there, and the field right towards us. Now apparently there's a farmhouse visible in the background when you see shots of Dell. I think it's that farmhouse there with that silo. I'm on a kind of a busy little road. It's hard to stop here. But it's estimated this is a Cherry Village or Cherry Creek? Cherry Creek. And this is Cherry Creek Road. And thanks to, I think Chaz, it's filmed there. He kind of confirmed that this was the spot. And so I'm relying on his information. But if you look, I mean, it matches up pretty much, especially with that ridge that goes down and then up, which is very visible behind them. But yeah, this is pretty much the exact spot. But it could have been up a little bit more, but that farmhouse matches up to what I'm remembering. Because out here, I can't, it's a long story. Anyways, this is where they filmed it. I don't know. So this is New York. Now we got to go all the way to Illinois. We got to go to the motel. Right? Sometimes when you're doing filming locations, you get to a place that looks exactly the same, which this one does, but it's just completely bizarre. This would be one of those times. This is the River Trail Gardens Inn, which was the El Rancho, I believe, in the movie. After their car's all burnt out, this is where they come to stay. It's a Casio. And Steve Martin gets a room, but John Candy, Dell, cannot afford one. Steve Martin takes his own room, but eventually he lets him into the room. So I've been walking around the property trying to find the owner. Can't find them. I've already been inside the office. Looks like where they filmed it. And I found one lady who said it's monthly rentals, and she said she knew the Plain Street Automobiles was filming here. She said, yeah, it's probably cool to film. It's cool. And I like to get permission before I go into someplace, but I can't get, you know. It's a long drive here up the Skokie Highway. So let's get this done. Here we go. Look at this sign. Same from the movie. So they come right in this way, past that sign, and they park right there beside that office. And that's the office they go into. Isn't that cool? Now in the movie, right above, let me make sure my keys stop jingling. The jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Right above here, there would have been a sign that said office. And it's gone. But right here, this is where the car was parked. Right here. Neal's room was room 6, which is that one right there. And I believe they crashed into room 5. He's still there. It's right there.
I think we have to rock it a bit. All right.
There's Neal trying to help him get out of that snowbank. If you're Canadian, well, if you're from the north, you really identify with those scenes because it does happen like that. But yeah, here's the office. Let's see if anybody's in. And they did film inside this office. So it's all shot right in here. And I'm knocking, and nobody's here. But as you can see, I don't think anybody's been in this office for a long time. This is like abandoned, almost. There's mail built up. I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of people coming here right now. They're all driving to the back, and so it is in operation, but just nobody's here at the office. But I just checked, it's the same glass pattern. It was silver in the film, it's painted black. And I see a red door, and I want to paint it black. So after their car is pulled over, and Michael McKeon, the cop, says he doesn't feel this vehicle is safe for highway transportation, you know, and of course Del says, well, the radio show works. Funny enough, that was shot right there behind me. That's where they get towed to, sorry. It's early in the morning now, so I'm a little off. Now I'm thinking that right here is where Del was waiting. I don't know exactly where. I'm gonna look down this street, I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, buddy. That's it. Right down this way is where Neal was waiting for Del. This is the first video of the morning, so I'm gonna it's taking a long time, these videos. The planes are ambulance, it's all over the place. So Neal's waiting here, just up here with this gazebo in the background. And that big truck comes up this way, and that's his ride out of town with Del. Del gets him a ride in a transport, but the driver's a little funny about letting people ride up in the cab with him. So Neal and Del have to ride in the back. But that truck comes right up this street. And Neal's waiting right here. So Neal's waiting right about there with that gazebo in the background, that famous gazebo, because of course, this is the same town where Groundhog Day was filmed. So everybody comes here for Groundhog Day. But me, I'm here for planes, trains, and automobiles. But right down that street is where the truck comes up. Right there. Isn't that cool? It's right up there.
It's been a hell of a trip.
Sure is.
But after all is said and done, you did get me home, and I really appreciate
Hey.
it.
And finally, when they're in Chicago, this is the exact train station they were at. And look, here comes a train. And look, they were standing right here because this is the same building that was behind them. Should have gone across the other side to get a further away shot, but this is pretty cool. Look at the train coming. Look at the train. The choo-choo's coming. The choo-choo's coming. Now, one thing is certain, is that, wait till the train goes, wait till the choo-choo goes. Now, when Neal comes back, when Neal figures out that Del has not got a family or anywhere to go, he comes back to the train station. But they tricked us, because he doesn't come back to this one, because there's no indoor park. There's no indoor park here. So I think I figured out where that is. I think I know where it is with the help from Chaz from his film there. It was on, I was looking through the comments section. Somebody that lives in the area, well, not in this area, says they think they know where it is. So I'm gonna go all the way up there and see if that matches up. And if it doesn't, this train, I gotta pee on it.
I don't have a home. Marie's been dead for 8 years.
So a lot of times the filming locations, you have to take a guess and hope that you're right. I'm thinking I'm right. And thanks to, it was a comment section on the website that said, no, I think it was shot at this location. So I'm just gambling. I drove a far way to get here to take a gamble. This is Wilmette, Illinois, small little suburb. And so when Neal comes off the train to come back to see Del because he figures it out. He figures out that Del has got a secret, and Del's wife Marie has been dead for 8 years, and Del has no place really to go. He's sitting inside, so he doesn't go back to that same LaSalle Van Buren train station. Makes it look like it does, kind of, but he goes inside a little building. And I think this is it right here, but I don't know if it's even open in there. If it's not open, I'm going to be very, very... George is getting angry. So far, no dice. I'm going to try a couple of other entrances. I don't even know exactly how this works where we can get on a subway somewhere, or a train, I should say. Pull. Oh, wait, I'm inside. Okay. So it looks like it's very similar, but it looks like it's been changed quite a bit. Yeah, the windows look the same, but it wasn't brick inside. It looked like it was drywall in the movie. I mean, and like there's windows, specific windows around each doors. The doors over there to the left. Hard to really tell. I mean, and they're wooden seats. It was a metal. Yeah, but I've heard that this is where they shot it in this little... I mean, it does match up in terms of how the building is structured. Coming in, either one of these doorways here would be Neal and John Kennedy would sit in the middle, camera going that way or the opposite way. Let me walk around and see what I can see from the opposite way. So, but I can't guarantee it, but maybe one day somebody will pinpoint that exact... It really looks like an old-timey train station, so I don't know. This looks too new inside. I mean, it looks old, but not, let's see, but I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I mean, I don't see how they would update it by putting brick all inside. I don't know. I knew you. I don't know. Okay. This is cool though. I've always seen these when I've been in Chicago. The outdoor train here. Never really walked along it before. I don't know how it works. You just get on the train and then it's free? I don't think so. Here we go. So yeah, there could have been windows on either side. They filled them in, but that's how it looks inside now. So I don't think it's the same place. Well, wait a minute. Look up there. Look up to, oh wait, now I do. That looks like the old style. That matches up, those windows. I bet you it was in here. Look, there's wood. Can you see up top? Sorry. Wait a second. You're seeing my head, my hair. There we go. Those windows up top match up, and there's wood everywhere. So that does kind of match up. They just maybe insulated it more with bricks. Because those windows are the same ones. Look at the top of my head. Hello. Those windows match up. I think that's a dead giveaway. Right, there we go. Yeah. All right. The last location from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. PTA coming up. Every time you go away. Reading online, I actually found out why they used this small train station in Wilmette. In the original ending, Neal takes the train home, but when he arrives back, he finds Del waiting at the local station. So this is supposed to be a small station, not supposed to be the Van Buren station in downtown Chicago where I just was. Del reveals that a truck driver brought him there and that ever since his wife passed, he attaches himself to people during his travels so he doesn't feel alone. And out of pity, Neal brings him back. But test audiences didn't like this. They laughed at Del's speech, which wasn't supposed to be funny, and also made them dislike his character because he essentially guilted Neal into bringing him home. So the editor used outtakes of Steve Martin on the train and cut together a new ending. He intercut it with various scenes from the film, including his realization that Del's wife may have died. He then reversed the footage of the train leaving the station to look like Neal came back to find Del. He also recut Del's speech to reveal only key pieces of dialogue. And the recut gave Neal a sense of compassion, but also removed the idea that Del essentially guilted him into bringing him home. Cool. And finally, that house right there. That's where the movie ends. That's the Page residence. That's Neal's house. And Neal and Del are walking down this street right here, right towards me. They're carrying Del's briefcase right there, right down here. And it cuts to them walking towards that house. And that's the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles house. Right there. I've been to this house before when I did my John Hughes locations, and I never get tired of coming out here. Northern Chicago, near Skokie. That's the final shot right there. Of course, they go in the house and it freeze frames. I believe it ends with a smiling John Candy, just like Uncle Buck. Right there. That's it. That's the end. This has been an odyssey to get all these locations across this many states and cities. Wow.
Wow!
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's it. That's where it ends, right there at that house. That's Neal's house. This has been an odyssey going to all these locations. Finally got to do it. Thanks for watching. Peace.